Let's take a look at the banded bench crunch. A few pieces of equipment we'll use. An ab mat is what I showed there. If you don't have one, you can use a sweatshirt or a yoga mat or just nothing at all. Second, you'll want to grab a band. For the band, we want it to be semi-thick so it's able to support and give you some stability. You'll loop it underneath the bench as shown here, and then you're going to step through the loop that's on both sides. Now, you can use the tube resistance ones with carabiners for this as well. Just clip the carabiners together to create a single loop. Once your legs are through, you'll want to scooch it up all the way so that the band is right above your hip. Think about crunches, if you remember from like middle school, when someone holds down your feet, it gives you stability. However, where we actually would benefit more from stability is right in that hip crease, and that's what this band does. What we don't want is we don't want the band to be further up on the bench like shown. That's going to give a little bit too much assistance. So right about at your hip is where we want it to be. And we're looking for stability, not to help or assist us through this movement. Now, you can leave your feet to the side. I like to put them up on the bench. I prefer it, but ultimately you do you, what's best for you. Now with this movement, what we're looking to do is separate the rib and the pelvis. So what we're looking to do is create separation. And then when we crunch together, we're going to bring that and close the gap between the ribs and the pelvis, or the hips if you want to think about it that way. The biggest thing that you need to remember here is that it's not about momentum. So we're going to stretch back over the edge of the bench and then bring ourselves up slowly with control, using your core to drive this movement. Now, your hands can go wherever you want. You can have them outside of your head. You can have them in front of your chest. You can have them out to the side. It does not matter. Again, what matters here is really lengthening and allowing your body to drift back, shifting the pelvis and the ribs further apart. And then as you crunch up, we're bringing the ribs and the pelvis closer together. So again, leaning back, slow, controlled, stretching, lengthening, and then crunching up. Kind of think about it like almost like one vertebrae at a time here. Again, the band should not be helping us here, but it should just be creating that stability so that you don't really have to think about what your legs are doing at all in this movement. Now, a lot of you may need to add weight. If you are using weight, you can use a plate, you can use a dumbbell. It doesn't really matter what you use, but you can hold the weight either right on your chest or you can hold the weight up by the top of your head. This will be a little bit easier and up by your head will be a little bit more difficult. When it comes to weights, you probably don't need as much as you think you do. Even just adding 5 or 10 pounds can be a lot if you're doing this movement correctly, which obviously we hope you are. With the weight though, everything stays the same as far as form goes. Again, you can hold it wherever you want, but then we're crunching up, decreasing the distance between the rib and the pelvis. And then as you slowly descend back, you're increasing the distance between the rib and the pelvis.